Okay. The first thing, you need to just new a file. F1. Press F1. And you can see two optional and press F3. After you press F3, and the F1 is to choose the main port, which means choose which noodles you want to use to dispense the colors. Okay, first the first application, we choose the first one. Enter to confirm. When you enter, you will come to the points list, and in the beginning there's no points because we haven't added any points. Press F1, insert, and they will show you many different point type. The first one is the polyline. The second one like point, line, arc, polyarc, mark point, or speed point, out point, delay point, or pause point. You don't need to know each of them. The most important one is the first one, the polyline. You can use polyline to do most of the programming, and there is also more graphics like circles, like you can press F1. There is a circle, raceway, ellipse, round rack, or cross poly, brush rack, or brush circle. The most often we use is the circle. Yeah, when you have a circle. So we escape, we press escape to back to the point type. We choose the first one, the polyline. Okay, when you choose the polyline, there's a screen. You will see the line start, which means you need to position the first point of the programming. And there is letter L, M, H. This means you use the different direction, the forward, the backward, the left, the right, and the up, down. This direction is to control the noodles, to position the noodles. And the L means the speed you move the noodles. L means lower, middle, M represent middle, and H represent high speed. So three optional speed: lower speed, middle speed, high speed. For the beginning, you can choose the middle speed. Press Shift. Press Shift is for high speed. Press again, Shift again, it's middle speed. So we can see use the middle speed. I want to move the nozzle to the first point of the R. So we just use the direction. Left, I think it's slower, so I shift again to high speed. Yeah. And back forward. Okay, I need lower the noodles. You press stay, down, and you better shift to the middle speed. And what I want to point out here is that you need to keep the needle, the steel needle, and not touch the mold. Do not touch the mold, because that will hurt the mold and will hurt the needles. And the second point is that you need to keep the needle, the steel needle, in the center of the curves, to make it run smoothly around the shape of different letter of different design. Now we still finding the first position point. You use direction. Okay, when you kneel, you should shift again the speed to lower speed. Shift low speed and carefully to the place. Okay, I think this position for the first point of the letter R is okay. The needle is in the center of the curves, and the needle did not touch the mold. Okay, perfect. Then, when you stick the first point, the start point or line start is okay. You need to save it. Enter means save. Press enter. Enter. So this is the first line, the first point. Then you should move to next point. For this letter R, this one is a straight line, so we just and 2 point, so we move to next point. Use the direction and okay, this is the corner. When you need to change the direction of the needles, you need to save a point. So this is a point we should save. Press enter. Press enter to save this point. Okay, so next we should move forward for next point. Use the direction, and the R here is a curve, so this is the next point we should save. Enter to save this point. Move forward, next point. Okay, this is a curve again, so we need to save this point again. Save. Enter, save. And you can see the next line is a straight line, so just move forward the line. Okay, so this is another point, and we meet a corner again. Save. Okay, this is the last point. Enter, save. So when you finished one letter or one curve, you need to escape to save this whole path. Press escape. And in the list, you will see this is just the line we just program. The line start, the middle point of the line. All the point between the line start and line end are called line mid. Okay, when you finish the first design, you need to test whether it works well. So you just use the direction for the beginning here, and press enter to test. Enter. This is the first point, line start. This is the next point. Okay, this moves next point. Next point. Next point. End. So that is the way it works. You can test again. Okay, that's the letter for R. When you finish, if the curve is just an R, when you press escape, it will come back to the color list. The tag 001 is the file for all the mode, and the color 1 is for one color. And if you need to adjust it, you need to press F2. F2. It will go back to the programming we have just made. Press enter, it will go to the first point, the point, the middle point, the middle point, the end point. So if we will continue to programming, we need to program E, the letter E. You need to use the arrow to the line end here, and then press F1 to insert a new polyline. Press F1. Again, a polyline. And when you meet this Chinese, this is a bug, and the machine didn't change it to English, but it doesn't matter. Just press enter. Just press enter. When you meet the Chinese, press enter. And the symbol, you can use the direction to move to next point. Okay, so I think this is another line start or start point of the letter E. Here we press enter to save. Enter, save, and we find another point because it's all straight line, right? Enter. This is the second point. So we enter. And again. Okay, press enter. And again. Press enter. And since the letter has another line in the middle, so we need to add another polyline. So we escape, and here keep it here, and press F1, and polyline or line is okay, polyline, and press enter. And move the needles to the place. Okay, it start here. The line start here. Press enter to save this point. Enter, save this point. And we direct it to move it to the end point for the straight line. Here. It start one point, the end point. So 2 points is okay. Enter, save, and this is we finish here, so we press escape. Escape. So again, we need to test whether it works well. So we move from here. This is the line of letter E. Press enter. Okay, start here the first point, next point, next one. Okay, the last one for E. And in the middle, we press enter and start here, and it's end here. So this is the letter E. Okay, the other letters are the similar, and we can move forward to program the C because it's curves, right? Okay, we continue. So we keep the position at the line end and press F1, insert the one polyline. And mid Chinese again, press enter and move to C position. You can change the speed to middle speed, but I recommend to use slowly. Yeah, C point, and shift to lower speed. Okay, this is the first point. This is the first point of C, right? And okay, we think the position is okay for the start point. We enter to save this point. Enter, 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 save this point. Then we move to next point. Because C is a curve, right? So you need more point to finish the C curve. So you'd better to shoot. Okay, this is another point. Okay, we save this point. You need more point for curves. So we move forward again to another point. Okay, this is another point. We enter, say. Enter, C. C. Move forward. Enter, C. C. Okay, the last point. Enter, C. So we think the last point is the end point, so we press escape. We press escape. We press escape. Okay, so this is the programming of the letter C. We can test how it works, whether it works well or we need adjustment. We move to the line start. Okay, the C letter start here. We press enter. Okay, start point. Okay, the next point. Okay. Okay, it works well. So this is the programming for C letters. It's all similar. It just C is the curves consist of short lines. You move is more point, more midpoint, more midpoint. So it runs smoothly. Okay, this is for letter C. Okay, we can have a test here because the letter R, E, and C are all programming with the green needle, right? The green needle. So it's the same color. So when we press escape, we will see this color list. When you need another color, you want another color, you need to choose another nozzle. And you just new here. Press F1 to new a color, new nozzle. And if you need the second one, you should press 2. Okay, you choose the second one. If you need a 3, the same. Press 3, you choose. If you do not want to choose this, you want to deselect it, press 3 again. No, my mistake. Press F1, choose the color, choose 1. 2, choose 2. 3, choose 3. 2, choose 2. 1. Okay. So now this is only one color here. Okay. So when we finish the programming, you can test. When you press escape, it will come back to the file list. And you want edit again, you press F2. F2, it will come back to the color list. And you can test here, test whether the noodles works well. So you can press enter, enter here. And when you press enter, there are 3 options. The option 1 is glue on. When you testing, choose glue on or glue off, or all colors glue off. Usually we can choose glue off. Press 2, F2. Yes. Then you can press F1. Press F1. Okay, it works well. 好嘞，谢谢。This is the for one color. And now we will edit this color because you need to change the speed when you meet the different programming. Line start, line meet. That is for the stage 1 programming.